There we go. Fireworks are the best. Hey, this is Chris. Hopefully everyone is having an awesome day, and welcome back to another mod review. So today we're reviewing the Simple Planes mod for 1.16.5, and it's a mod that adds planes and helicopters along with items to upgrade both of them. Anyway, let's just get straight into this video. So let's get started with the guide to planes. So the guide to planes is basically your manual for this mod, and the way you craft it is with one book and one plank of any type. Now that you have the book in your hand, you can just right click, and here you'll see some categories, and you can click on the categories, which takes you to chapters, and in the chapters you can read the pages and go to next page by using next down here and using back down here. And you can also just type in here. So for example, I want to type in whatever's on this page, so I will just type on my keyboard TNT, and there we go. It tells you how to actually use it. Now that we've covered the most boring part, let's move on to actually making a plane. So first you need a plane workshop. So the way you craft a plane workshop is with one crafting table and 7 iron ingots. Now you just place this down like a normal crafting table, and let's get our ingredients. So first we need some iron ingots, and then we need some planks. And you can choose whatever planks you want, and the plane will become that color. And you only need 4 of each, so you only need 4 planks and 4 iron ingots. But I just have a lot since it's creative mode, so let's just put this in here, and let's just put the wood in here. Now we can craft whatever we want here, but let's craft a plane since this is your basic vehicle in this mod. And you can also just switch between the pages by going over here and just clicking, and you can also click the other way, and here you have all 3 vehicles. And before we move on, here are all the variants for the normal planes. So there's a variant for every single type of wood here in Minecraft. Also, here is the variants for all the large planes, and then here are the variants for all the helicopters. And I'm gonna go over each one of them individually, but I just wanted to show off their colors. Now let's actually place down the plane. So let's just go over here and right click on the ground, and the plane should appear. Now let me go into survival, because there's something you should know. So if you're doing this in survival and you get into the plane won't fly at all because it requires an engine. And the engine is basically just a furnace, a normal Minecraft furnace. There's nothing special about it. So once you have your furnace, you can just right click on the plane, and there we go. The furnace is inside the plane. Now you can't actually fly this yet because you haven't installed the fuel source. So to access the fuel module, you just click X on your keyboard, and you can just place your fuel inside the furnace engine. Now that we've placed our fuel in the furnace engine, it should start flying. So let's just get this out of here, and let's show the controls for these planes. And also, I shouldn't have done that, and there it goes. I guess they need to respawn it now. If you are wondering, the furnace applies to all these vehicles. So it applies to the normal planes, it applies to the bigger planes, and it applies to the helicopters. Now let's go over the controls. So first we're going to cover the plane controls, then we're going to cover the helicopter controls. And you may notice there's no furnace in this, and that's because if you're in creative, you don't even need a furnace. Now I'm going to actually fly this in third person because I literally can't fly it in first person. And let's just click W. So W will take you off, and then you can just let go of it, so you will stop going upwards like that, and you should start going forward and not stop, but you will start going down. So to counteract that, you need to click spacebar, and now that you click spacebar, it should start accelerating. And I'm just gonna avoid the mountain over there. And now that we've turned around, I almost forgot to tell you. So to turn to the right, you click D, and to turn to the left, you click A. And I don't know why it just crashed for that. Anyway, let's just go back into the air, and let me show you what happens if you don't let go of W. So if you don't let go of W, this will happen. Basically, your plane will just stall, and it'll start going up slowly and possibly even crash sometimes. And to go down, you just click S, but that is the worst idea ever because you basically just blow up your plane because you're not supposed to do that in a plane. I feel so evil crashing the planes, but at least I'm in mortal and creative mode, and I'm not gonna die from that. Anyway, let's just go over the last thing that you can do. This is more like a trick, so you can skip ahead if you don't want to see the trick, but let's just go into the air and click spacebar so we can go almost vertically into the air. So there we go, we're gonna go all the way into the sky. So if you ever lose control because of a nosedive or because you went upside down, you first want to let go of spacebar once you're facing down, and then just keep holding W so you can go straight back up, and there we go. So I have just saved the plane, and now I should probably just show you how to actually land this thing, because you need to learn how to land a plane if you're gonna fly a plane. Nope, I think, okay, there we go. I'm just gonna go a little bit slower because we do not want to crash. So you might want to let go of spacebar if you're gonna land soon. So, oh geez, I'm sorry for being so awkward. This is slightly awkward. I'm flying a plane while also talking, so I can barely concentrate, but there we go. So let's land the plane by making it nosedive a little bit, and we have successfully landed. So it should stop on its own and then shut off the engine. And we've successfully landed the plane without hurting ourselves or the plane. And you fly these planes exactly the same way, but I'm just gonna fly one of these so you guys can see. And why is there a bee in here? Why is there a bee in here? I just don't understand the mobs here sometimes. And let me just show you this in first person. So once you're in first person, it's almost impossible to know where you're going. And I'm in the big plane, by the way. So let's just go over here and let's land this thing in first person. And I don't know why I'm just going over this, but let's just do it anyway. So let's land over here. And this is how difficult it is to actually land in first person. Actually, it's not that difficult, but you can probably risk it too much by just doing that. Anyway, let's just keep going because I'm getting pretty boring right now. So let's start flying the helicopter. So let's click spacebar and that should bring us straight up. Now if we want to go forward, you just click W and it should start bringing you forward and up a little bit. But once you keep going, it'll start going back down, and that's just because of the initial propulsion. I don't know what to call it, but that's just the initial press of the W key. So now that we're going into this mountain, let's click W again, and it should start bringing us up a little bit. Then it should stop going up. So there we go. It's not going up anymore unless you actually crash into a mountain. Never crash into a mountain with a helicopter. And it's a little bit more difficult to control once you're turning, unlike the plane. And you can just click D to turn right and A to turn to the left. And you can also just quickly land this by clicking S, and it should just go straight down at full speed. And I almost forgot, so there's more advanced things you can do with the helicopter. So instead of just turning around, you can also just make it go sideways. So for example, I can click spacebar and D, and it makes it go to the right like this. And if you click space and A like this, it should take you to the left, and you should start flying that way. And finally, you can hold down S and the spacebar to make your helicopter go backwards. So this is a great way if you don't want to turn around and you want to shoot some mobs, and you can combine all of them to make some incredible masterpiece of a maneuver. And the great thing about the helicopter is you can click W and spacebar at the same time, and it's not going to flip you over or anything just because it's a helicopter. So I think the helicopter is actually the best vehicle in this mod. And also, if you just let go and don't click on anything, you should land on your own. So let's let it land on its own, and there we go. So it's slowly landing itself, and this is probably going to take forever. There we go. It's finally going down, and it should definitely go to the ground. You know what? Why did I do it so far away from the ground? Now let's go over one universal basic thing about all these vehicles. Then we're going to cover each individual vehicle to show you guys what each individual one can do. Anyway, let's just put down our plane and let's prepare ourselves to crash into the mountain. Yes, we're going to crash ourselves into a mountain. So let's just click W and fly at full speed. So I should successfully crash into the mountain and lower the health of the plane. And if I'm not successful, I'm gonna probably destroy it completely. Okay, we weren't successful, so let's just try again. Okay, that wasn't successful, so I think I might get a skeleton to actually do it. Hello? Plane? Um, what happened to it? I'm gonna try to crash again. There we go. So we successfully crashed the plane in a way where its health got lower. You gotta be kidding me. By the way, there's an upgrade for it to actually save the plane, but I'm not going over the upgrades yet, so I guess I need to try again. There we go. So we successfully crashed the plane again, and let's just land it, because once you land it, you actually start healing your helicopter. So, did I just call this plane a helicopter? What is wrong with me? So I'm just gonna let it still right now. I'm not touching anything, and it should slowly heal itself. And even if you're in survival mode, it should still heal itself. So let's go into survival mode. And there we go. So it should heal in just any moment. I guess that's actually going up little by little, but the turbine is not turning on. There we go. So we have successfully healed it by staying on the ground. And if you're flying in the air, it won't actually heal. So you have to be careful, especially when there's mobs attacking you. So I'm currently in survival, and as you can see, the skeletons can also shoot me from the plane, so you have to be really careful, because mobs will definitely make sure that your plane crashes immediately. So let's just keep flying, and as you can see, it's not healing just because it's flying, so make sure that you actually land if your plane is low on health, or you can use a tool that I'm going to show you guys in the mod review right now. By the way, if you do manage to break your plane, nothing happens, because if you place it back down, it should still have every single thing it had inside, even the fuel, which is pretty awesome. Now let's go over the difference between all of these. So the first major difference is this can't actually carry more than one passenger. So the furnace counts as a passenger, so the only person left is you, who's the pilot, and that is only one person. Now, with these larger planes, you can fly with more than one mob. So, for example, there's a bee in here, and let me get in with the bee. As you can see, the bee is now currently my passenger, and that is the weirdest thing ever because, oh, good thing that he's not the pilot. Helicopters also have the ability to carry more than one mob. So here we have my horse.
Hey, did you just refer to me as your pet?
I'm sorry, Horsican. I mean my buddy over here can get in the plane too.
That's more like it.
So let's just get him in here.
Hey, I was working on an experiment.
Horsican, it doesn't really matter. You've tried to actually kill me before, so this is the least you can do. And by the way, you blew me up in the Ars Nova mod review, so why are you being like this? You can work on that later.
Oh, sure, fine. I guess you're right.
So let's just go in and fly the helicopter.
Oh, I'm very confused.
Horsican, I'm really confused too, so I guess that if you have a rideable mob inside the helicopter, it's not gonna really work. Oh, this is really uncomfortable.
Yes, it's the most painful thing possible.
You know what, let's just go in the helicopter and let's just, start flying. Oh no, okay, I think he passed out. He looks like he's spasming. Okay, we're just gonna leave him there. He should be okay, but I think he just passed out. Oh, geez, that was longer than expected, though. Anyway, let's just keep going with our mod review because we've covered the basic difference between all of these vehicles. Oh, and here's the thing that you can actually fix your vehicle with if it gets broken in the air. So let's just crash another plane. You gotta be kidding me. This has been the most difficult mod review to accomplish just because it requires a lot of showing. So I'm just gonna crash this and I'll be right back. There we go. So we have crashed it. Now that we're in the air, we can fix it with this quick fix kit. And I forgot the crafting recipe, but you gotta be kidding me. This has been the worst luck ever. I've never had this much bad luck in a mod review ever. So let me just go into the air just to make sure that I don't land while showing this item off. So the way you craft the quick fix kit is you have two options. So you can craft two of these with 1 golden apple and 3 iron ingots, or you can use 3 blocks of iron and 1 golden enchanted apple, and you get 64 quick fix kits. Anyway, let's just use the quick fix kit. I guess you actually have to get out of the vehicle to actually give it this. So I'm not really sure what you need it for, but I guess that's the it actually gives it more health than usual. So let's just fill this up with golden apples. And there we go. So we have enchanted it completely, and now it's armored. So basically just gives it armor. I did not know that. I really didn't know that until I actually covered it. And it seems like mobs... Oh, okay, it looks like it's just temporary armor, so I don't know why you would use it. Anyway, let's just get rid of our plane and let it land on its own. Actually, we need to get rid of it. See why this is... why this has... You know what? I don't want to review another vehicle mod for a while. I have really been traumatized by this episode. I really have. By the way, guys, I'm sorry that my quality varies between videos sometimes. I don't know if it's just me or if that's actually true, and you can just let me know if my quality sometimes drops in certain mod reviews. But I think that I think I might still be doing a good job. Probably not. Probably not. Anyway, let's move on to the wrench. So the wrench is crafted with 4 iron ingots, and this is used to get rid of upgrades. So we're gonna start installing upgrades, and let's bring in one of our planes over here. And let's just put it right here, and let's start upgrading it. So the first upgrade we have on the line is the rocket boosters. So let's just grab our gunpowder, which is required for the rocket boosters to work. And the way you craft some rocket boosters is you need 2 flints and steels. Wait, 2 flint and steel, and 4 iron ingots. And now let's just place this by right clicking on the plane. And it has boosted itself slightly. Now let's even boost it even more by using the gunpowder. So let's just take off first. And now let's use some gunpowder. So you just right click with the gunpowder in your hand, and it should boost you at full speed. And if you keep using this, it's really risky because it actually destroys your plane. You might be going at light speed, but it destroys your plane completely, and this might be the reason why you want to use... I don't remember what it's called. The quick fix kit. That's might be a reason. Dang. I did not know that could happen. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. By the way, rocket boosters also work with helicopters, although I don't think it's really a good idea, except if, yeah, it just makes you go forward at full speed, even if you're not holding W. Oh, this is really bad for a helicopter. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. It exploded. It exploded yet again. Now let's move on to the floaty bed. So this will save our vehicle that is currently underwater and prevent it from going underwater in the first place. So the way you craft a floating bedding is with 3 slime balls and 3 carpets. Anyway, let's just bring this over to the plane we just crashed. I think it still might be underwater. I'm not sure. If it's not, we'll just bury it. There we go. It's still inside the water. So let's just right click with this, and it should start floating. There we go. Now it can float on water, and it's never gonna sink again. Oh, geez. Okay, it looks like it's really low on health, so I guess that we're just gonna take it for another flight and try to flood this into water. Actually, put this into water. So let's just crash into water, and oh, exactly why they tell you not to belly flop into the water. There we go. You can actually land in the water with this. So it's actually pretty awesome, and oh, you can use it as a more overpowered version of a boat. And that's not something I considered, actually. Oh, and it seems like it's actually a great time to actually review the wrench. So let's just go over to our floating floating plane. There we go. So let's just go to our floating plane, and let's right click on it with our wrench. So right click, and there we go. So right click brings up this menu, and you can just click on the item you want to remove. So for example, I want to remove floating bedding, and it gives you back the floating bedding and brings the plane back down into its watery grave. Now let's move on to actual weapon-like stuff. So here we have the shooter. So the shooter's basically just a normal dispenser, and that's what I really love about this mod. You can just use basic items that are already in Minecraft, and I think that makes it even much easier to program. Anyway, let's just use our shooter on, I guess that we're gonna use it on the helicopter, and let's grab an aggressive helicopter. So red is an aggressive helicopter for me, and let's just right click on it with dispensers, and there we go. It's ready to mow down anything in its path. So let's just have a bunch of creepers to mow down. So line this entire place up with creepers. Oh, I thought one of them blew up for some reason. Wait, oh no, I guess that he's gonna okay, there we go. The creeper's still in there. Wait, I should probably just take one of these creepers in for the ride so they can see what it feels like. There we go. We're gonna ride with a creeper. I don't know if this is actually dangerous, but anyway, let's just cover what this can do. So the shooters basically just shoot out items. So whatever is in your hand, it is what it's gonna shoot. So, for example, here we have some arrows. So I'm just gonna shoot the creepers over there and try to destroy them. So there we go, and I am completely missing. I should probably go a little bit lower. So let's just start shooting randomly everywhere. And I don't actually know how to aim from a helicopter, so I'm sorry if I'm really bad at this. I really don't shoot from a helicopter in real life. Anyway, let's just move on to other things you can use. So you can use special arrows, like this one right here, and we're just gonna go down. So this is the harming arrow, and we're just gonna spam all the creepers with the harming arrow. And this is pretty random. I don't know how to aim with this either. And now we can also use a fire charge. So let's just use a fire charge on every single... Oh. How's the... Oh, no. Nope, 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 nope. Ah, nope. Okay, let's just go back to mob review then. Oh, you can just right click on the mob to make them go outside. Okay, you know what? We're leaving that creeper behind. I think it would be better if you're trying it from inside because it just makes it much better. And there we go. I think that's how you actually aim. You can also shoot fireworks for some reason if you want. So, wait, does this harm mobs? I don't think it really does much except just make some fiery explosives in the air without doing actually anything. Wait, you can actually use fireworks which actually harm mobs. Now let's see if this actually works better. So let's just use the fireworks, and there we go. So it actually works. If you consider it actually working. There we go. Fireworks are the best. And they're creeper shape too, so I guess that's even more evil from me. Now we have the chest upgrade. So this upgrade isn't special, it's just a chest that you can just right click on any vehicle to store things, and this will get rid of the other driver spot, the passenger spot. So let's just right click here and we have a chest. Oh, there we go. So we're in the helicopter, and the way you access the chest is by clicking E. So once you click E, the chest opens, and here you can store stuff. So this is pretty cool, but let's just try to put someone in here. You know what? Let's put something. Oh, okay. I guess that these are all filled with creepers. Anyway, let's just put it here. And as you can see, it won't get in because there's a chest. And let's just put this creeper right here. And he should get in because there's... Oh, wait. He actually just takes your spot, so... that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I can never use that helicopter ever again just because there's a creeper in there. Now let's move on to something more sinister. TNT. So we're just gonna grab some TNT and our flint and steel, and let's start bombing stuff. Oh no, okay, nope, I did not mean it that way. So let's just grab our helicopter, and I guess it's time to actually cover something else. So we're just gonna place the helicopter right here, and that is, you can use banners on all these vehicles. So for example, I have this awesome banner that I generated using a website. I'll link it down in the description below, and it gave me a command to summon this thing. There we go. So you just right click on the vehicle, and it should just put it under vehicle. Oh, and that looks awesome. That really does. Now we're ready to bomb stuff. So we're gonna bomb the creepers actually, because they have wreaked havoc on our world. Actually, I have wreaked havoc on them. But anyway, let's just right click on our vehicle, and that should place the TNT. Now that you want to drop your TNT, you just right click with your flint and steel, and it should drop TNT. So there we go. So we have successfully blown up that creeper. And now let's blow up our cow over here. So you just right click again, and it should drop some TNT again. So let's drop it on here. And my aiming is horrible, so there we go. So we have destroyed the helicopter, and now you can actually try this with any other plane. Actually, only one plane, so you can only do this with the large plane. And I'm just gonna let go of the helicopter again. So here we have our large plane, and we can do the exact same thing. So you can just place your TNT and then flint and steel, and you can just rapid fire if you want. There's nothing stopping you from actually doing that. And I don't think I should be blowing up this area. Now, if you try this with a small plane, it won't work. So let's just go into the air, and no matter how much you click, it's not gonna work. So there we go. It's not gonna work at all. So small planes are basically useless in this mod. Now this is more of a things you didn't know you could do with this mod section. So if you want, you can just skip ahead to the outro. But anyway, let's just go into this end portal right here. So I have opened the end portal, and I don't know how you would get this to your stronghold, but I guess that you can just dig a hole straight into here. So anyway, let's just go straight down in here, and let's get out of the helicopter. So there we go. We have brought it to the end, and now I guess that you could have actually just dropped it in like normal. Wait, can you even place things here? Oh, you can. That is awesome. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this guy over here. So let's just go in here and let's try to fight the Ender Dragon. So I'm not gonna go into survival because of obvious reasons, but let's see if this is actually efficient. So here we go. We're gonna drop it successfully, and there we go. And we're gonna drop it successfully again. There we go. So we have destroyed that one, and there we go. If this is getting boring, it's not my fault. Anyway, let's shoot some fireworks over there, and let's see if it actually blows up the end crystals. I don't think it actually does. So you can just use this to just fly around in dimensions. So, for example, if you don't want to fight the Ender Dragon, you can just go really, really far away from the Ender Dragon and just go to the End Island. So, here we go. We're gonna go on an adventure. There we go. So we have made it to the End Island. So this is a great way to actually travel between dimensions. And I'm not gonna probably put the Ender Dragon part because that part was pretty boring. But this is just a great way to actually bring this over to another dimension. If you bring it over to the end, you're basically set for life here. By the way, it works in the Nether too. So I think this might be the most useful place to take it to, since you don't have to worry about falling into lava ever again. You could just take this beast into the Nether, and it's made of netherwood too, so I think that might be fireproof too. I'm not sure. Let's test that out actually. So let's just put this into the lava over here. Nope, I didn't mean it like that. There we go. So let's drop it into lava. There we go. We're in lava, and we can just go back up. Yes, it is fireproof. I didn't know it was fireproof. That actually surprised me. There we go. So wait, there we go. It actually only works with netherwood. Netherwood is what keeps it safe, actually. That is impressive. That is really impressive. Let me just verify one last time. So that was a completely base helicopter, and it can still survive in the Nether even if it goes under lava. Although I don't think you can actually save it once it's under lava, but at least you know it's still there. It also seems like their drops are actually fireproof, if I'm not mistaken at all. But I'm glad that I actually experimented around, or else I would have never found this. And you should just let me know if you guys got bored by discoveries by me during the mod reviews, because sometimes I do not expect to find these things. And I'm just gonna get out of here. By the way, I did not forget the propeller. The propeller was actually part of a vehicle that used to be in this mod, and it was called the cargo plane. And the cargo plane could hold a lot of mobs in it, and it was just really awesome. But unfortunately, according to the creator on his Discord, the plane got removed because it was hard to code. It was really buggy, and according to him, it did not fit in. For me, it did fit in, but I respect his decision on that. Anyway, that was it for today's mod review. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this mod review, even if it was a little bit awkward. And the reason why it was a little bit awkward is because sometimes it's a little bit awkward to get the vehicles to work. So this has traumatized me with vehicles for a while, and I'm probably not going to review any vehicle-based mod for a while until my trauma's over. Actually, I don't know how much trauma it could actually give me. Anyway, I just need to stop talking, so don't forget to burn that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you happen to be enjoying my content. Let's try to get to 10 likes on this mod review, and hopefully you guys have an awesome day or night, and see you all later. Bye!